Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel where we dig deep into the stories of communities reshaping our world. Today, we're exploring two incredible Indigenous successes in Canada, the Membertou First Nation in Nova Scotia and the Osoyoos Indian Band in British Columbia. We'll look at how they've woven traditional values into modern business practices, achieving serious economic gains while uplifting their communities. Let's start in Cape Breton Island with the Membertou First Nation. In 2021, they made headlines by acquiring a 50% stake in Clearwater Seafoods, a billion-dollar deal.
Right, that was huge. They also purchased a Canadian shipyard to control their supply chain for fishing vessels. It's a bold strategy that puts them in the driver's seat economically.
What's interesting is how they financed such a major move. Membertou collaborated with other First Nations and leveraged a mix of commercial loans and partnerships to secure enough capital. This approach reflects their emphasis on collective success, showing that unity can help overcome the financial barriers Indigenous communities often face.
Exactly. And what's really impressive is how they reinvest those profits. Membertou has made education and cultural revitalization a top priority, like improving Kmaq language programs and investing in digital language learning tools.
Yes, those tools have grown in popularity, reaching learners far beyond the community's borders. And we're also seeing graduation rates in Membertou climb significantly over the years. Some local estimates suggest they've nearly doubled compared to earlier decades. It's not just about the money, it's about ensuring that the next generation has opportunities to thrive.
And we can't forget the leadership of Chief Terry Paul, who has consistently emphasized that economic success should come with strong cultural values. It's a holistic vision: profit, people, and preservation, all interconnected.
Now, heading west to the Osoyoos Indian Band in the Okanagan Valley, under Chief Clarence Louie, they've embraced eco-entrepreneurship, combining sustainable resource management with cultural heritage.
Their flagship venture is Kmaq Cellars, celebrated as the first Indigenous-owned winery in North America. What's amazing is how they integrate traditional ecological knowledge, things like water conservation techniques and natural pest control drawn from ancestral wisdom, into winemaking.
That blend of modern viticulture and ancestral practices has helped Kmaq Cellars produce award-winning wines, while preserving the unique desert ecosystem in the Okanagan.
But Kmaq Cellars is only part of the story. The Kmaq Desert Cultural Center is another standout. It weaves together ecotourism with Indigenous storytelling, environmental conservation, and education. Visitors learn about the desert environment, the Osoyoos people's history, and how their cultural values inform sustainable land stewardship.
Similar to Membertou, the Osoyoos Indian Band reinvests profits into social programs, community infrastructure, and cultural revitalization. They prove you can create a self-sustaining economy that respects nature and heritage.
Both communities clearly see education as a cornerstone. Whether it's Membertou's increased focus on graduation rates or Osoyoos' dedication to cultural centers, they're empowering the next generation to lead.
Exactly. Yet policy barriers persist. Many Indigenous entrepreneurs have difficulty getting loans, navigating land rights issues, and accessing mainstream funding. Procurement policies also matter. If government and corporations prioritize Indigenous businesses, it can jumpstart real economic growth in these communities.
That's why many advocates call for more equitable access to capital, like loan guarantees or grants specifically for Indigenous startups. The economic impact of these policies can be huge, leveling the playing field so communities can stand on their own terms.
And once these businesses are up and running, they can create a ripple effect: more jobs, more local innovation, and deeper cultural resilience. As we've seen with Membertou's digital Kmaq language tools and Osoyoos' tech-based vineyard practices, the benefits go far beyond business alone. If you're watching and want to dig deeper, here are a few things to look into. 1. Membertou's graduation rates. Keep an eye out for updated data on how this community's investment in education translates into measurable academic success. 2. Kmaq Cellars Tech. Why not research the specific ways traditional ecological knowledge is integrated into everything from vine care to water management? 3. Clearwater Seafoods acquisition. Investigate the financial structure and partnership details to see how Indigenous-led deals can shape industries. 4. Indigenous entrepreneurs and capital. Learn about the policies, like loan programs or specialized funds, that can address systemic biases in lending. 5. Procurement policies. Explore how setting aside contracts for Indigenous businesses can drive local economic impacts. 6. Digital language tools. Check out what Membertou and other communities are creating to preserve Indigenous languages in the digital age.
Those are great ideas for anyone looking to support or learn more. Even small steps like choosing to buy from Indigenous-owned businesses or sharing these stories can drive meaningful change.
Ultimately, the success of Membertou First Nation and the Osoyoos Indian Band reminds us that economic growth and cultural integrity are not mutually exclusive. Their leaders, Chief Terry Paul and Chief Clarence Louie, show how strong values, strategic thinking, and community-driven approaches can yield lasting benefits.
They're living proof of what's possible when Indigenous communities have access to resources and respect for their inherent rights. Their stories offer a powerful template for anyone interested in social entrepreneurship, sustainability, and community-driven progress.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this dive into Indigenous social entrepreneurship inspiring, give us a like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you think about these developments. Until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and remember, we all benefit when communities can shape their own destiny.
Absolutely. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.